Hey guys, good evening. Boston, Massachusetts checking in. And this story that I'm about to talk about is heartbreaking, it's unbelievable, it's connected to a well-known R&B singer, Ashanti, unfortunately, and it's physically sickening. I had to take some notes because I wanted to talk about some things. So I had to take some notes. But I tell you something. I'm sorry. I could not continue to listen and watch this video anymore. So I'm going to go with what I do know. And I watched it before, but it's too much for me, guys. It's overwhelming. It's personal. It's a confirmation of some adults just ain't shit out here. They will mess up your life, fuck your life up. Here it is, this lady, 55 years old, Stephanie Taylor, was abused, betrayed, and raped by Ashanti's father, DouglasThomas, aka Kincaid. And I believe that Tina knew at some point. I don't think in the beginning, but I think as time went on, she knew. Because there were incidences where he shouldn't have been with no child. So many people question why he always was with this girl, his co-workers, his mother, his family members, Tina, her sister. But no one ever did anything outside of asking what is going on, what you're doing with her, why is she hanging out with you. No one ever went beyond that, which is sad. Ashanti's father was trying to have a whole relationship with a little girl from 8 years old until she was a teenage 15 years old. And she decided to break away. Here it is, she's 55 years old. She's been diagnosed with terminal illness. She has cancer now. She's still suffering mentally, going through therapy, and she can't get past this time, but coming on the Tasha K show is helping her. It's giving her some sense of relief, and she's feeling vindicated because, she's being one believed, because during that time it was the 70s, and back then they had the rules: whatever goes on in this house stays in this house. So you really didn't talk about things like that. But not only that, it was just an era where you don't talk about these things. Tina and Thomas was upstanding citizens of the community. Tina taught dance class, and Thomas, he went around doing radio installation, but he was still involved with this little girl. He had impregnated her, according to her, allegedly. He had impregnated her 3 times: when she was 11, when she was 12, and then 15. And each time he used someone else's identification to take her to go and get an abortion. Which she says she's still friends with the lady whose identification she used to this day. It's interesting how God keeps people in your life. This guy she described him as charming, but I'm going to describe him as a wolf in sheep's clothing. Very sick. Very sick. the things that she discussed that he had her doing, the things that he was doing to her. He began touching on her when she was 9 years old. He penetrated her, actually physically sleeping with her when she was 10 years old. And from that time, from 9 up to that time, he would be sleeping with her in various locations, on his job, in his house, after he slept with his wife, after he would be sleeping around with other women. He even went as far as to date her sister to gain access to her. That nigga ain't shit. He wasn't shit. Kincaid, you ain't shit, nigga. You ain't shit. And I hope that this go beyond an interview, because you're disgusting. And not only are you disgusting, but I hope your granddaughter don't ever be treated the way you treated this young lady. You destroyed her mentally. She hates old school music, fast foods, the summer. You robbed her of her childhood. You did despicable things to her, even her family. He was the type of nigga that, and I'm calling him a nigga because of his behavior, not because he's black. But he was the type of nigga that he got in good with the family by buying his way in there, because her mother had a lot of children. They was just maintaining. She couldn't afford all the clothes and the shoes and all of that stuff, so he brought his way in by providing for her, buying her, as she said, hush hush gifts, bikes, roller skates, TVs, ensuring her mother that he was taking care of her, bringing her in the house at night. She started looking at her mom like, why you letting me go with this man? But she never spoke up. And I'm not going to blame her, because she was confused. She was scared. People had caught them in the past. They never questioned it. It was like she didn't have no one to really talk to and turn to and tell them exactly what was happening with her and this man. I don't blame her for anything. I clearly don't blame her for anything. Not even being silent. No, he groomed that young girl, and he was trying to have a whole relationship with her. This is the saddest story that I am talking about. Like, he went in there befriending the whole family, befriending them, and acting as if he was in the best interest of everyone there. He knew that the family was so dysfunctional that he ended up buying the father liquor, because he knew he was an alcoholic. You understand? He was very sweet to her mom, started dating her sister, was messing with her sister and her. He would go leave her sister's room and then go in her room and pretend like he had something to tell her. Meanwhile, he would be filling on her. She said at the age of 12, she was taking a shower with this grown-ass man. Really? D.L. Hughley said it the best. No grown-ass man have any business being around any child that is not his relative. He's not teaching them. I mean, in the form of a facility, a building, a teacher. Ashanti, now I gotta explain this to you. Before she went live with this, okay, because she's been talking to Ashanti she's been talking to Tasha K for about 4 months. So she didn't just come out the cut with this story. You understand? Tasha was like, woo, girl, woo. I'm like, girl, how do you sit there and hear this? This just made me ill. This made me sick. It's like I can't even watch that a second time. That's why I couldn't get through the whole video, because it's so sickening and so sad. And she, the only thing I disagree with was her approach to Ashanti by asking her how well do she know her father and straight up telling her your father is a child molester. Tasha K said, you said that to her? She said, yes, I did. And so Ashanti wasn't born during this time when all of this occurred. So she asked her a few questions and everything, but Ashanti was like, okay, I will meet with you. Because she was trying to get Ashanti to have her to set up a meeting between her mother and her father. I mean, well, her mother and herself. She wanted to meet with Tina. So Ashanti agreed to that. But when the time had come and Stephanie went to meet with Ashanti, she wasn't at her house. Slimy biatch. Okay? She wasn't at her house. And not only that, she when she went there, oh girl, Stephanie pulled up to the edge of the driveway, and who comes walking out but Kincaid, the abuser, the one whom he think this shit's still a joke. He's like, oh, give me the text. She was like, yo, she had to get out of there. And when she got out of there, she said she had a panic attack. She said that she was like just real sick, crying after that experience because she haven't seen him since that time. You understand? Since she broke away from him. She said she did try to reach out to Ashanti's mother, Tina. She went to the church house, and she just refused to talk to her. And she just really want answers. Why did you allow this man to do this to me? Why did you leave me? Why did you blame me? Why did you kick me out the group? Why you didn't stop me from being with him? She caught Kincaid and Stephanie in the van. She caught Kincaid and Stephanie in the house. And she never questioned it. She never did anything about it, Shit, that shit's still happening today, guys. Bitches choosing motherfucking niggas over their goddamn kids and stuff. Over kids. These weren't her kids, but she looked up to them, She looked at these children that she was responsible for during her time of teaching them dance lessons as her children, as her babies. They befriended this young girl. They decided they wanted to be a mentor to her. They would take her under their wings. They would do all of these nice, kind acts for her. So I believe that in the beginning, no, Tina did not know. But I think as time went on, Tina knew what was up. The town had to be talking. The streets had to be talking. As Stephanie said, a person that was not even born knows about my story, is trying to tell my story. They talking about me. And that happened in the 70s. And y'all still talking about me. She's like, let me tell my own damn story. And I feel you, sister. I feel you. I'm happy that you shared this story because women need to hear this. You understand? You can't trust these men around your children. You cannot trust any adult around your child who seems overly kind. Going above and beyond. Why? And they ain't even your kids. Why? You understand? I hate stories like this. I hate the fact that he violated this young woman. This girl. She wasn't even a young woman. She was a little girl. 8 years old, 9 years old. Feeling up on her. Touching her. You understand? And then apologizing. Oh, I'm sorry. That's why I don't like people fucking touching me. You ain't got to be sorry, but you do got to keep your hands off of me. You understand? That little sucker. Like, that's sly shit. But we ain't gonna make this about me today. We gonna stay the focus on Kincaid. Okay? Now, I wish this wasn't linked to Ashanti. But the reality is this. The only reason the story is interesting because it is Ashanti. And but nah, fuck that. I think that there should be justice. This lady is suffering to date. She have all type of internal issues, all type of mental issues. She can't even sleep throughout the night. Extremely depressed. Trying to move on because she really don't have a choice. She's alive, but she's still stuck in a time capsule where this event happened, and then they're not trying to take ownership. They want to say she crazy. Why would this woman go out her way to accuse you of such things? She has so many details. I just believe her. I truly believe everything she said. I'm not gonna even lie. She's all breaking up. She can't even really like get a sentence out when she think about certain incidents. She can't be lying. No way, no how. You understand? So I just was like taking some notes on Slime Bucket, Mr. Slimy. That's his name, Kincaid Slimy. You understand? But he seemed to be the only one that was slimy because everybody else was questioning that bullshit. You understand? But she just felt like she couldn't say anything. She was truly scared. You got to understand, he was an authority figure. He used to say a cornball ass statement like, I made the mold, I break the mold. What the fuck does that mean? You fucking perverts. What? You disgusting pig. Saying shit like that. Talking adult language to a little girl. Yes, I'm upset. Yes, I am very angry. Yes, I don't even really want to talk about this story. But I know a person like this, he don't change his stripes, guys. He just get bigger. And he move on to the next child and the next child. She said he was sleeping with her sister, mad women, women from an IB program that Tina was teaching at the NAACP. Girls from the dance classes, lots and lots and lots of women, including little girls. I'm pretty certain he did not stop. He had to stop it with her. But I'm pretty certain a slime bucket like this did not stop. So she was like, the things that, since this occurred to her, like what she deals with. She hate fast foods. She hate the shy lights in the stylistics because it reminds her of a time when he was raping her. He used to sing these songs. I mean, like, really, dude? You was really trying to have a whole relationship with a little girl? With a little girl? Predator. A sexual demonic predator. It's no way. And the reason I feel as though he's probably, this is his thing, this is what he do, he don't feel bad about it. He's calling the woman crazy. Nah, man. No one picks you out of the lineup. No one accuses you of such horrible acts. Why you? Why would she, out of all the people in the universe, pick you? You know why? Because you violated that girl. You raped that girl. You won't own it. And Tina, I heard stand by your man. But girl, your man is, ooh, Lord, your man is a hot ghetto sexual predator mess. Yes, he is messy. Messy. And it's like, her insides is messed up from having so many abortions at a young age. She didn't know whether it was molestation or incest. No, honey. It's rape. It's rape of a little girl. You understand? Because in no court in America, Not in this land will anyone ever say that sex with a little girl or a minor is permitted. Even if you say, I like it, I want to. You don't have the right to make that decision. You can't make that decision against an adult. Although you think you can, some cuckoo birds. Because these niggas brainwash them, get in their head and say, it's okay, it's alright. Motherfucker, mess with a woman. Mess with someone your age. How you look trying to have a whole a whole relationship with a girl? Really? Really? Let me tell you something. What is it? DouglasThomas, aka Kincaid, you're a piece of shit. And I hope that there is some legal course regarding this, whether your wife wants to accept it or your daughter. The bottom line is, I think you would have a heart attack if someone did this to Ashanti. If Ashanti had a child and someone was molesting your granddaughter, sir. Let me tell you something. Karma is a bitch. And it does find its way back to you before you leave this earth. So expect what you sowed. Because you will reap it. You understand? All y'all have to do is sit down and talk to this lady. She need answers. Simple answers. You understand? She need healing. She need closure. And all y'all had to do was sit down and talk to her. I know some shit you can't explain. Some shit you just can't explain. That's one of them. Tina, you can't explain when you seen this man with this little girl in his van, and how you seen her and then you turned and walked away. You can't explain that. You cannot explain how when you tried to get into your own house, the chain was on and she was in your house. You couldn't explain that. Tina, we got a thing called women's intuition, gut feelings. His mama had it. His mama questioned why that little girl was with that grown-ass man. Because I will too. And if it don't look right, hell no. Hell no. That's why I said, hell to the no, 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 no. You understand? I don't care who don't like this. This is my personal opinions and feelings that I'm giving regarding this matter. Women, mothers, even this lady who has experienced this type of betrayal, abuse, and rape is letting you know. Do not leave your children with any man or an adult. If an adult take a liking to your child, question it. Question it. You understand? Some of them, okay, you liking my child, where's your child? Do you pay this much attention to your own child? I would question shit like that. See, I'm that bitch. I am. You understand? And 1 + 1 better equal 2. You understand? These people out here are sick. And you might disagree with my video, and it might be offensive to you. I can't even apologize. I couldn't even watch this segment twice to even get deep into the notes. You understand? It's so disgusting, so sickening. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see my sister crying at 55 years old talking about events that occurred in her life by the hands of an adult. The elders in the community. And then when you say the kids ain't shit, why? Y'all done fucked up a lot of niggas' minds. All you older motherfuckers with y'all devious, corrupted asses. Y'all done fucked up a lot of kids in the generations. That's why they fucked up. Because shit like this. And then they had to live with it. And then the people disagree with them coming forth and try to cover their shame and shit. Fucks no. Thank you, sister, Miss Stephanie Taylor. Thank you for telling your story. I hope that many mothers can take away something from your story, like not entrusting adults with their children. And I wish that you be healed from the from the cancer. And also, I pray that you be healed from this matter and that you find some type of peace, my sister, and that you never again cry no more. That's what I hope for you, Miss Stephanie. Miss Stephanie, I love you. And, you know, sometimes we just don't know what one another endures. But I got you in my prayers, sister. And I thank you for sharing your story. I wish that you are healed from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet. In Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, our Lord and Savior's name. Thank you, Miss Tasha K, for giving her the platform to talk about this. Okay, guys, I gave you my feedback regarding this, and that's how I feel. Y'all have a good one.